Hey guys, so yes, I am sun-kissed out here. Very chocolate and glowed up from this Jamaican sun, okay? Yes, you heard right. I was in Jamaica. So we stayed at the Royal Caribbean Sandals Resort in Jamaica. We went there for my battle buddy's wedding, and him and his wife was so kind to invite me and my family. So the reason for this video is because a lot of people have been asking, like, oh, how was Sandals Resort? How was just the vacation in general? And alongside of that, I want to do kind of a switch over from how we were doing our military videos and switching that up into a vacation series. So kind of like, what does that look like, right? So I'm going on a lot of different vacations and a lot of trips this year. So this was kind of kicking off one of my trips. I think earlier in the year, I went to Vegas for my cousin's birthday. That was a very short trip. And so now we're here and we're in Jamaica, and then I have New Orleans coming up in October. I have Miami in July. And then also too, with that, I have Dominican Republic for a bachelorette party in December. So there's a lot of different moving pieces. And so I will be doing, I guess you could say, a travel section of my channel, so which is super exciting, very exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. I'll also be going to another training in March of 2022 for 70 hotel school for the military, and so I'll be documenting that piece as well. But for the time being, for the next couple of months, and we'll be getting into vacation videos and a lot of traveling videos and my experiences with that. So this is why we're here, to go over my Jamaica trip and my Jamaica trip with the Sandals Resort, and it was specifically the Royal Caribbean resort. So they do have several different Sandal resorts within Jamaica specifically, and so we stayed with the Royal Caribbean because that's where the wedding was. It's at Royal Caribbean Sandals Resort. There's also a couple of other resorts within Jamaica for Sandals, and so we visited one in particular where I know for sure I'll definitely be going back and visiting. So let's get into it. Let's get to kind of the nitty-gritty. It is going to be a little bit of a lengthy video, but stay tuned because there's a lot of different things that you want to know, especially if you're interested in the Sandals Resort kind of arena and what does all-inclusive kind of mean. So we'll get into all of that and get in deep dive into the nitty-gritty of everything, right? So for the getting ready piece, so it was a full week of getting ready. So before all of this, I did get my COVID vaccine. Like I said, I have a ton of trips coming up this year, so I wanted to make sure that I was protecting myself and protecting those around me. So I said, you know what, if I'm going to be traveling like this, I need to make sure that I get my vaccine. Especially the military is going to have us get it anyway, but a month and a half prior to us leaving, we bought our tickets. We also booked our stay with Sandals Resort through the group code that the bride and the groom provided to us. We chose the Caribbean poolside Grand Luxe walkout with a patio and Tranquility soaking tub, which is really great. And it's one of their more renovated resorts or renovated rooms. It was very modern, very modern-esque. I'll be providing pictures and videos within this entire video. You'll be seeing a lot of videos and things, so stay tuned for that. So like I said, it's a newly renovated room and a beautiful king bed with a couch and a beautiful shower. And we'll get into the details of the room and everything, and like I said, I'll be sharing videos so that you guys can see what it looks like. After booking our room, and there was a cancellation of 15 days before arrival, you're getting 50% back, and then 30 days before arrival you get, I believe, 75% to 100% of your money back. And then of course there was a clause in regards to COVID, so if you did get COVID before your trip or while on your journey to Jamaica or something like that, you could get 100% back, something of that sort, but that was included within the package as well. So essentially, after we booked our resort, we were ready to book our flights. I don't believe in spending a whole day of traveling, so we chose to get a short flight from LAX to Miami and then Miami to Jamaica. So the way back from Jamaica, it was to Charlotte and then Charlotte to LAX, and I'll get into that a little later because that was a long day of travel. A long day of travel. Oh my gosh, 12 hours. I was like, what is happening? Oh, I was like, when they said that it was going to be 5 hours from Charlotte to LAX, I must have fell out. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. It's just a lot. And me having the window seat. Anyway, we'll get into it. We'll discuss. But the week of leaving to Jamaica, we need to schedule our COVID test because each country has their own requirements to getting in and out of their country. So for Jamaica, they wanted everyone arriving into the country to have a negative COVID PCR or rapid test 72 hours before departure from your home state. So yes, we got that scheduled, and then I had my wax appointment, then had my hair appointment for that Friday, then nails on that Saturday. So it was a lot of different moving parts for me. But check this out. The crazy part is that my parents and my brother got their results the day before our departure. So, but good old Courtney Moss, per usual, I got my results 5 hours before departure. Let me tell you, the full-on panic and anxiety that I had right before. Now, mind you, we live about an hour and a half outside of LA. Like we're right in between LA and San Diego. And so with that, we were like, it was like, okay, well, we're gonna need to leave a little early so that we could catch the COVID test place by the time we have to leave. So a mess, but I got it done. I got the results. So it was fine. It was fine. We didn't have to leave as early. It was okay. So it got to the point where on that Sunday, trying to find a clinic, trying to find all of that. But like I said, we got the results, and by the grace of God, we got the results. So thank goodness for that. So everything was handled, and then we were off to the airport. Our flight was at 11:45 at night to Miami for about a 4-hour flight. And then we got to Miami, of course, had some coffee. They had like this Cuban coffee situation. And I was like, what y'all not gonna do is have me have the jitters on this flight from Miami to Jamaica. So we're not gonna do that. So I said, yeah, nah. So we had a nice little cup of coffee, and it was about an hour and 40-minute flight, which is very short. And then finally landed in beautiful Jamaica. So we're from Belize, and so we go to Belize once a year. So everything was pretty familiar to us in regards to like Jamaica and what Jamaica looked like. Just very familiar, just very beautiful, lush, just stunning. Loved it. And so we walked and followed the crowd. So while we got to the airport, we walked and followed the crowd to get our bags and to go through customs. Of course, at every turn, we had to sanitize our hands because Jamaica was not messing around with COVID at all. Okay, like at all. So after getting through customs, we transitioned into the Sandals Resort waiting area. So within the airport itself, they had a Sandals Resort waiting area. Talk about crazy, okay? Like full on crazy. I was just like, oh, okay, so we getting right into it. Like they're not even gonna wait for us to do nothing. Like get into it, okay? So it was awesome. Like their waiting area was stunning. There was a lady that was passing around like drinks and all of that. So offered us a red stripe, and of course I was like, yo, I don't drink beer, but I'm in Jamaica, So let me go, run me that red stripe real quick, ma'am. Yep, I'll gladly have me a red stripe. So my dad and I, we did have a red stripe while we were in the waiting room. So we were there for about 10 minutes. It was super quick, super fast. And then they grabbed our bags and got us into the shuttle. Now if you get one of the overwater bungalows or any of their other exclusive rooms, or if you're like a bride and groom, you get a BMW or some sort of luxury vehicle to come and pick you up, and you have your own like butler and everything to come and pick you up. I wasn't doing none of that. Nope. We got that shuttle, and yep, we got on that shuttle. Yes, we did. So we took the shuttle over to the resort, and they went through all different kind of drinks that we should order at the resort, and different information about the country, with the information and the history of the culture and the history of the country. They went through all of that, and it was beautiful. It was a 15-minute drive, which was really great too, by the way, because we flew into Montego Bay, and so it was a 15-minute drive on the shuttle, and they went over some basic information with us, and it was fantastic information. So once we got to Sandals, they unloaded our bags, and we were greeted with hand wipes. Again, Jamaica does not play with COVID, like at all. So they had hand sanitizers everywhere, hand wipes, no joke, right? So you're usually greeted with like drinks and stuff. No. They said, here go these hand wipes. You gonna get these hand wipes. And then you can go around the resort and get your own drink. So we get inside and we wait in the beautiful lobby and waiting area for our rooms. And of course I go in and I check in with the front desk and let them know that we're here. They're like, your rooms are getting ready. We're getting that together. But in the meantime, you guys go ahead and go get drinks. So we went ahead and we went to go get drinks, and it was just amazing. And then they put us on a boat, and they took us to the private island. The private island is like literally a 2-minute boat ride, if that. So they take us to the boat. They take us to the private island and to get lunch at the Jerk Shack. So when we got there, lunch wasn't going to be ready for another hour. So we just kicked it, chilled, had a couple other drinks, and we just relaxed until lunch was ready. And once we got to the Jerk Shack, we went straight over there, and they opened up everything, and I had a festival with jerk chicken and fish and foil. And when we ordered, I was like, does this come with rice and peas, girl? And she was like, no ma'am, whatever's on the menu. And it was like the sides were like festivals, fried bread, and like yams or sweet potatoes of some sort. And I was like, this ain't gonna cut it, but okay, let me get the festivals, run me them festivals, and I'll take jerk chicken and the fish and foil. So I was shook, because I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess we gonna have to go we gonna find out where the rice and peas and oxtails is at, but I'll get back to that. So we ordered seconds, of course, no big deal. But yeah, we said we're gonna have to go off-site big time and get some of that good. So once we were done with lunch, we got more drinks and hopped on the boat back over to the main island. Then our rooms were finally ready. We were taken on a mini tour around the resort and then sent to our rooms, and our room was stunning. So there was a soaking tub right outside the room, and there was curtains for privacy. So you had curtains on the very outside, and then you had your soaking tub, and then you had blackout curtains and another curtain on the inside of your room. It was amazing. Just total privacy and seclusion. So you feel like, oh, okay, well, my room is right outside of the pool, which is true. Like, you're literally right outside of the pool. But the thing is that there's so much privacy that you have. And if people are making noise outside, you can't hear them in your room. I don't know what it was, but we were on the I feel like the quieter side of the resort, which I appreciated, and I loved. I was like, okay, we don't have a butler and we don't have like, you know, the luxury cars picking us up, but we are in full-on seclusion over here, and I really like that. So there was a sitting area right outside the door as well. About 20 steps outside of the door is the access to the pool. So I believe the property had about 3 main pools to access, and then some people had rooms connected to the pool. So literally, like, the pool is like right here and your room is right here. So you can like walk out from you could open the sliding door and then go straight out into the pool. So that was beautiful. So we went swimming in the all-day heated pool and then went inside of the jacuzzi. Then we went to dinner and relaxed for the evening. We went to my battle buddies cocktail hour meet and greet, where I got to meet a lot of the family and the friends, and met some really great people. Like, I'm always really big on you are who you kick it with, you are who you hang out with. And my battle buddy, he hangs around some amazing and influential and really great, just overall like great people. And so it was nice to be a part of that, and it was also nice to be able to meet those types of people. It was just amazing. It was amazing. I loved it. So I met some really great folks while I was there. And then after the meet and greet, the resort was holding a beach party where they had like flamethrowers and dancing. And every night you're there seems to be an event that the resort holds. So it was beautiful. It was really nice. Then after the flamethrowers and the beach party, they transitioned into karaoke night. And I was like, oh yes. So everybody, like, we were singing along. I didn't get up on stage. I wasn't going to do that unless they were going to play like No Scrubs or WAP or something. But no, I didn't go on stage or anything. But after karaoke was done, we called it a night, and that was about it. But it was a beautiful time. On day one, I was like, yes. So then the following morning, we went to breakfast at Spices, which is one of the restaurants on the resort. So majority of the restaurants besides Spices, the pub, the Jerk Shack on the private island, the pizzeria, and the fast food restaurants, you do not need reservations. So at Spices for breakfast, it was buffet style. Yes, all you can eat, bruh. Food everywhere. Croissants, toast, pancakes, French toast, fruit. And let me tell you a little something, okay? This stewed chicken and stewed fish, different level of yummy. I was like, yo, this right here, yes, this is where it's at. That stewed fish and that stewed chicken, bruh, listen, what? So fire. They also had an omelet bar, and you guys know I love me some eggs. I love a good omelet bar. When a place has an omelet bar, speaking to my soul. So, definitely enjoyed the omelet bar. I don't care how long I have to wait at an omelet bar, but I'm gonna order me an omelet. So, from there, we decided to go and lay out on the beach and relax. The water was fantastic, just warm. It was just amazing. I loved it. And then of course they were playing music and a bunch of dance hall. It was just an entire vibe. Okay. Then it started to thunder and it was lightning, and we were just like, okay, we just gonna post up. We're gonna relax. We're from the Caribbean. Like, this ain't no joke. So we were like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. So we ended up leaving because yes, it started to rain. And usually you see like Passover rain. Like, okay, it's just gonna pass through. Like, that's the term. It's just a pass through rain. Like, just pass through. No, this rain stayed for a few hours. We were like, all right, it's time to go. So, the thing is that it was the same night as the rehearsal dinner. So let me say this, with planning a wedding with Sandals, it is everything. I wasn't behind the scenes, but although I was the guest and there was rain on the night of a rehearsal dinner, I can only imagine what the bride was going through. Total freak out. But, well, bride and groom, total freak out moment, right? But they handled it so well. It was like, okay, let's go ahead and push back the rehearsal dinner. We're still going to have the rehearsal dinner. It's just going to be pushed back by like an hour. And so once the rain subsided, which it did, thank goodness. So we just drank, because you know it's all inclusive, so you could drink as much as you want. I haven't drank this much in my life, but you could drink, and we just drank until our boat ride was ready to get onto the private island. And so said, so done. And so the rehearsal dinner was delayed by about an hour and a half, and the dinner was absolutely amazing. Let me tell you something, that food was fire. It was so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And it was a beautiful setup, how they set up everything. It was stunning. And after we were done with the rehearsal dinner, we went back to the main island, and they were having reggae night and dance hall night. And it was just like, oh, it was so lit. And if you guys know me, you know I love dance hall. Like, it's just everything. So dance hall, reggae night, like it was everything lit. And so after that, we went to the pub for drinks, some mozzarella sticks, and french fries. Now, y'all know me. I don't eat. I try not to eat after like 7, 8 o'clock because, you know, I'm an old lady now and my stomach be hurting. This situation, though, it was like, you know what? I'm on vacation. We just about to get reckless. And it was reckless. He poured us a rainbow shot because there was like 10 of us at the pub. We had rainbow drinks and shots and the whole nine. And yeah, after that, I was like, we're good, bruh. Y'all not about to get me caught up here. Nope. It's time to go. Bye. Whole wrap. So definitely went to bed to get ready for the wedding the next day. So day 3 is wedding day. It's beautiful, fantastic. We didn't do much that day because we wanted to be ready for the wedding at 2 o'clock that day. So we did set up our travel to Negril. So it was called the Wonders of Negril for the next day at the Sandals Resort. So we were so excited for this trip and trying some local foods and all of that. So we definitely wanted to book that early on. And so we booked that the day of the wedding. And the wedding was absolutely beautiful. The wedding coordinator, wedding planner, had it hooked up. Like, she got us to where we need to go. She got it together. Okay, she was not playing. And then the wedding was from 3 to 10. And then we relaxed for the rest of the evening. After that, we were kind of like done tired because it's a long day. It's a long extra day. And so, yeah, we wanted to make sure that, we were just butt tired. That's just pretty much what it comes down to. But like I said, it was a beautiful wedding. We had such a great time. Oh my goodness. Suavemente came on and it was a wrap. But anyway, very good time. Drinks were everywhere. Just had a really great time. So day 4, we had breakfast at the Fabulous Spices restaurant. And then we went off to the Wonders of Negril, which was the name of the tour, essentially, with Dayton. And it was absolutely fantastic. Such a beautiful trip, and learning about the history of Jamaica. We went to a souvenir shop to do some shopping, and then we went to Sandals in Negril. So once we got there, it started pouring rain. We had about 2 hours at the resort, and it stopped raining within 20 minutes of the time we had to leave the resort. So we had pizza and drinks while we waited for the rain to die down. Then we went swimming in the pool and took shots, and we only had like a couple minutes to spare. And then when I go back, because I'm definitely manifesting that I go back, I'll definitely be trying the Sandals in Negril for sure. So then we got on the shuttle back to our resort, and while on our way, side note, with you staying at one of the Sandals resorts, you can resort hop. So if you are at Sandals Resort, you could go to any Sandals resort or you have access to any Sandals resort within that, I believe within the country or within that area. So Negril was about an hour and a half away. And because we stayed with the Sandals Royal Caribbean, we were able to go to Sandals Negril. So anyway, back to what I was saying. We then got back on the shuttle to our resort, and while on our way back, we stopped off and got some mangoes and local food. Yeah, we got the local food. So I sure did get my oxtail plate. Now, with rice and peas. Now, I don't eat red meat, but best believe my behind was in Jamaica. I was going to get some rice and peas and some oxtail, child. Had to. There's no other way of doing it. So of course I did, of course. And then right before once we got back to the resort, we did some swimming and relaxing time. We had such a good time that day. And then of course I had me a nice bottle of wine that the hotel provides. So the hotel provides, wine, and they'll restock the wine when they come in, or you request them to restock the wine. So they give you wine and Red Stripe and waters and sodas, so you can request for those to be restocked every day depending on how much you go through it. So I like Cabernet Sauvignons. I prefer that. It's so like it's grown and sexy, but it's also relaxing, right? And I don't get a headache afterwards because there's not a lot of sugar in it. Anyway, they have a lot of Robert Mondavi wines at their resort. And so I love a good Robert Mondavi wine. And so they had that at the resort. Anyway, so when we went back, that's what I was sipping on. A nice bottle of Robert Mondavi Cab. And then we went and pretty much said goodbye to our friends for the evening, and just said our goodbyes to them in general. And then we also informed the front desk of our departure time so that we could get prepared for the pickup for the next morning when we leave. And so what's really good about Sandals Resort is that before you leave, they make sure that you have everything in line. So they make sure that they know your departure time, they know your flight number in case of any delays, but they do make sure that you get to the airport within at least 3 hours. So although our flight was at 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock that morning, they made sure to tell us that we're departing at like 8 o'clock ish time frame. So they were very serious about getting us to where we need to be. The next morning, the bellman came and he got our bags and we checked out of the hotel. We did go to Breakfast at Spices, and I was scarfing down food, child. I was hurrying up trying to get it together because this was going to be our last meal here in Jamaica. And we also wanted to say bye to our servers because they were just absolutely fantastic to us. They treated us just so kind, so amazing. They took really great care of us while we were there. And so we just wanted to show our appreciation, saying goodbye, and all of that. And then we went off to the airport and caught our flights for a long day of travel. So like I said, from Jamaica to Charlotte, it was a nice little push. I want to say it was about 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours. And then from Charlotte to LAX was 5 hours. I was like, bruh. So it's a nice long day of travel. Alongside of that, from LAX to our house was another hour and a half drive, hour and 45-minute drive. And so it was just a lot. It takes a toll on you. But anyway, whatever, you're traveling, what do you expect? So I want to kind of get into the details of room service because I know I didn't really touch on that too much. Like I said, the room service, the room was absolutely amazing, but the room service was wonderful, outstanding. So they came and cleaned the room every single day. There's a light that you switch on, and we put the room service light, and that was just kind of an alert for them to come and service your room. So while you're out and about, or while you're there, they'll come and, take care of your room, but you can always I prefer to not be in the room when the housekeepers are there. Like even at our house, I do the same thing. Like I'm not going to be in the room to disturb you. Like let me move up on out of there. But anyway, so the cleaning service came and took care of the rooms, and then we were out and about while they came to fix the rooms. But there is a service light that you press, and then you keep the do not disturb sign off, and they'll come and take care of your room as much as possible. So really, will I go to Sandals Resort again? Yes, absolutely. And I fully recommend for people to experience it. Experience an all-inclusive resort, but an all-inclusive resort like Sandals, definitely, I highly recommend it. An amazing place, amazing place. Like I said, if you guys have any comments or questions about any details that I possibly may have missed about the trip or about the resort itself, I'll leave my contact information below. As far as my email, y'all not getting my phone number on this platform like that, but I'll leave my contact information or my email address, and you guys feel free to reach out and ask all the questions that you need to about the various resort kind of amenities and the things that come with the resort, or if you have any questions about the resort in general, or just Jamaica, if you have any questions about that. Highly recommend doing it. Like I said, I am manifesting that I'll be going next year with some cousins, or hopefully a boo thing. And I'll definitely be going to the Negril, the Sandals Resort in Negril, because it was stunning. Just a beautiful place. And it was very live and vibrant and very young as well. So yes, as always, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for all of your love, your support, all of the following. Really great, and really appreciate it. I hope that this video was helpful for you. And like I said, there's going to be more travel videos to come, and just more videos of different content coming up really soon here as well. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and thank you again. Bye.
Come on, nobody's. Yeah, let's go in, let's go in, let's go in. Come on, guys, come on. All right. 1, 2, 3. I know she was gonna mess
Got a little bathtub outside. Okay. I hope they. Maybe they have the Wi-Fi information up here. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Cute. Cute. I love it. 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 I'm gonna need for him to put on some.
We staying in one of these rooms, right?
No. Whatchamacallit? Absolutely stunning.
Okay.
Come on.
This is just the front desk so far.
Okay.